Sometimes when we sleep, I hold her hand. Just in case I perish in a land of fantasies, I still had a grip on reality. And if I should die before I wake, this bond will not break. The reaper can't snatch me from this handshake. Sometimes when we sleep, I hold her chest. Just because I'm still impressed by the liquid life that flowed from her breast. And if I can get my hand this close to God, this must be praise and worship. Holy temples with nipples that serve as cast iron gates, protecting the recipe of longevity. Sometimes when we sleep, I hold her stomach because myths don't usually exist, but she is real. Now, needless to say, that's my wife's favorite one, right? But let me be sure about this too. She stopped after 4, so whatever. Like that was her favorite. And you know what's funny? I was that particular night we were because I wrote all of these consecutively, right? And that particular night we were on a family outing, and we had went bowling and all this cool stuff with all our other little family friends. And, you know, we were, her and I were dancing, you know, in the lanes and stuff like that. No matter what, we were just having a really, you know, great time. And it made me think about that particular intentional action because there are a lot of nights that I hold her hand, you know, while we're sleeping. And I thought about what does that mean to me? Why do I do that? Like, and you know, I guess that's a part of like, you know, being a writer or whatever, like little things or things that, you know, people may presume to be small or whatever, you like toil over. And in thinking about it, I was like, you know, I think it's important that if this be my last one, because, you know, a lot of people die in their sleep, whatever that's about, I don't know, but like, you know, that happens, you know, it happens, like it's a reality. And like in my mind, I'm like, if this is my last moment, like, let this be what I was holding on to, you know what I'm saying? And then it made me think about all the other intentional actions, you know, while we sleep and postures that we, you know, take up. And I think that that's so important that one thing about marriage or, you know, any long-term relationship, someone that you've been around for a very long time, I think one of the most important things is to never forget to feel privileged to be in their space, you know? I think once you forget that part of it, that part does not exist, it's time to reevaluate some things, you know? And it's gonna be plenty. She get on my goddamn nerves sometimes, you know? And I certainly get on hers, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is not me telling anybody like, oh, you got to be in a field of flowers every day. No, man, no. What I'm saying is, it is so important to feel honored to be amongst them, right? To do anything, like for her to kiss me is great. For her to allow me to hold her is amazing. For her allow me to do anything that she doesn't have to let me do. I do not own her, right? That is not my right. She has her own privileges. She owns her body. And for her to allow me in that space is amazing. Every single time that it happens. And we can disagree on that. We can be, you know, machoistic about it. I don't give a damn. This is my space. This is my time to talk about it. You know, and that's important to me. I don't really, that's important. Kurt, how you doing, Kurt? That's important to me. And I always want to make sure that she knows that. You know, I don't ever want that to become something that feels like whatever, man, a run of the mill, or like this is like I'm supposed to have this. These moments are earned. And that's it.